how were you able to take that rock bottom drive where you thought about maybe taking your own life and turn and be able to help yourself? Did you finally reach out to maybe someone than just mom, the psychiatrist, or how did you were able to bounce back?
It was getting home to Jersey City, and it was being honest with my mother and father, and my dad was like always the toughest person I ever have known. I mean, so and it was tough to have that conversation back then with men in Jersey City, New Jersey, where we pride ourselves on the macho toughness
Right.
of never showing weakness. So that was a tough thing to get there, to communicate those things to your dad and to your mom, and then my brother's situation really. His accident, as horrific as that was for him, as devastating as it was for our family, just that moment played a big role in my recovery in terms of allowing me to get some perspective around this basketball thing.
Well, you mentioned the moment with your dad and mom. I speak around the country to high school kids, college kids all the time, and I never leave out that conversation I had with my mom and dad, which is at 28 years old. I said, look, you don't know this, no one knows this, but I wanted to kill myself for the last 3 months. I need help. I don't know how to live. Mom, super supportive. My dad, same way as your dad. I don't know if it was the exact words, but my dad's exact words were, man up, tough shit, figure it out. And I'm on the phone with my dad telling him I don't want to live anymore. And I always tell people, if people truly love and care about you, they will help you. They might say the wrong thing at first. My dad certainly did. They might not know how to help you the best, but if they truly love and care about you, they will help you. And so I think you sharing that conversation with your dad obviously can help other people that have been in that situation. Did you see your guys' relationship grow from that moment? I mean, I know you guys were always close, but when you offer that vulnerability, and me and my dad, it took us a while to get back to that.
Yeah.
But we're there now where, we check in on each other more than ever.
Yeah, that changed. That was a huge moment for my relationship, with my parents. My dad, you grow up in Jersey City, and the way to build a life for yourself, out of that environment is through excellence in something.
Right.
Either you become a great student, or you become, great in some type of activity in sports. So yeah, I mean, it was tough for me to differentiate between, coach and father, which was probably a little bit more of a me issue than a him issue. But in my mind, coming home and opening up, changed our relationship from, what it felt like at a lot of times, coach / father son to straight father son.
Yeah.
And it took some courage for me to be able to have that conversation, because it would have been a lot easier for me to just hide and to continue to ruminate and spiral in a much worse way.
The more you talk, the more you can help yourself and the people around you. I think, the sooner you talk to your parents, your friends, now, your players, your coaches, you open up that conversation, the sooner you can help each other. You started to help yourself, and then you were able to get into the coaching field, after going back, to Seton Hall. And now, I mean, going through that journey, what was it like getting into coaching, being able to see, get through those first couple of jobs, and obviously you get an opportunity like here? Am I remembering this correctly? You almost didn't take this job. I don't want to remind you of that, but I've heard you say it. I mean, It's been a pretty cool journey for you to look back and go, wow, I almost gave this whole basketball thing up. Now look where I'm at.
Yeah. I just, I think I found a way to just kind of follow my heart in the places I've put myself. It hasn't always been, about like chasing, career things. I probably stayed in high school, coached there longer than most people would have, based on the opportunities that I had pretty early on at St. Benedict's.
Yeah.
But the place was a very, very comforting, healthy place for me to learn how to become a coach and become a leader, and you develop those relationships with your players. So for me, coaching has just felt so natural because of how my relationship to basketball was as a player. There were times in my career where I was the best player and was incredibly confident. So my ability to relate to my best players on my roster, I think is there. I also, when you've been a struggling player that is bottom of the barrel with his confidence, his mindset, how he feels about himself, I could relate to the struggling players on my team that are really going through it.
Yeah.
So I think it just gives me unique powers in terms of the relationships that I could build and my ability to kind of, guide my players through the good times, the bad times. And then I'm just hyper aware of how my players are going through their career, going through their life in terms of this holistic approach that they need to be taking. I'm very dialed into, the spiritual aspect of their lives. What do their relationships look like? Are they, who are the people that they hang out with the most? Are they in a healthy relationship, with their girlfriend? Are they getting the right amount of sleep? Are they eating clean? Are they reading the right things? Are they buying into the meditating? And are they just doing the things that are going to absolutely make them feel their best? Because I know how important basketball is to them.
Well, it's so important to them, and you realize it because you feel the exact same way, and you probably, I'm just guessing, don't want them to go through those same struggles that you went through. You want them to learn from you, right?
And I still feel that way.
Yeah.
And you'll always have a need to continue to work on yourself and to continue to do things to make you feel your best. Obviously, you got to have the right priorities, and you've got to obviously strive for achievement in our pathological pursuit of championship excellence here. It's pretty significant, but I'm able to kind of flip that switch when practice is over, when game is over. And do the things and have the relationships, that kind of fill my cup, and I'm able to keep this thing in perspective and being happy, to me and in my life, whether we've won the championship or lost it. I'm always looking for better ways to help myself feel better. And then I'm always trying to help my players with those same things.
You said the word championship. I'll add an S to that since you just won back-to-back championships here at UConn.
Yeah.
I know you get this question all the time. How different did it feel to finally get there? Because it's what you dream of as a coach, as a player, to win it now twice. How did that make? Did you feel accomplished? Did it fill that cup that you were talking about?
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I'm a lot lighter.
Okay.
A lot lighter.
Practice I watched was light.
No, right now. No, that will never change.
Yeah.
That will never change. I think we take the court with championship level confidence, extreme confidence, but we work like we've absolutely accomplished absolutely nothing, like we're total nobodies. And I think that's the way you want to do it if you want to stay at the top. But yeah, I mean, for me, basketball has been torturous at times. It's been a struggle to find those elite moments, those moments where you could get all the way to the top of the mountain, top of your profession, and that certainly not coming for me until I was 50. That's a long time. I mean, I probably got into this basketball thing on a serious level, all in commitment, probably at the age of 12 to 15 years old. So it took me basically 35 years to have that moment, for myself in the sport, where you could truly be comfortable in your own skin, that you're elite, your championship level, and all the work has been worth it.
Well, I think it's important to point out too, and you've been very open and honest with your mental health journey throughout coaching, but even when you get to that mountaintop, it's not all sunshine and rainbows and confetti and trophy celebrations. I think there's a specific story with you and your wife at the New York Stock Exchange where you struggled maybe with a panic attack with all this. I know I'm putting you in another interview now, but with that media attention and your life changing, taking another step up. I mean, what was that? We talk about rock bottoms and roller coasters. What was that moment like for you?
Yeah, you're bringing up a lot of things.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
I appreciate your vulnerability.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I think, it's like this weight off your shoulders. So like when the articles get written now, it's like, it's not son of, it's not brother of, it's the great Hurley family in basketball, and then it's back-to-back champ. So like that's some heavy weight that's gone. But yeah, I mean, that actual championship feeling and the fulfillment of that disappears so fast that it's pretty stunning.
Yeah.
And then you find yourself emotionally in a rut, or in a kind of, with a little bit of a bankrupt situation there. And because you've now realized that the accomplishment is not it. It's you love the impact you have on the people around you, the team, the staff, the community at UConn, our fan base. Like you realize that like that's the driver for you. You love hard work. You love being a part of a group of men that work incredibly hard to strive for something. So yeah, I mean, you learn about that thing that so many successful people tell you, is that ultimate accomplishment fades real quick, and it's about having a sense of purpose in your life that matters.